the awakening of the inner flame. Imagine for a moment that everything you've faced, every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, has been preparing you for this moment. Not only this video, not just this V, but this entire lifetime. You are not here by chance. You've felt it, haven't you? That pull, that inexplicable sense that there's something different about you, something extraordinary. What if I told you that the struggles, the chaos, the pain weren't mere coincidences? They were signs that you are among the most powerful chosen ones. But let's take a moment and slow down. Let's begin with the first question you must ask yourself. Do you often feel like you don't belong in this world? Not in a sad or longing sense, but in a way that whispers to you that you were made for something beyond this. The truth is, chosen ones often feel like strangers in an ordinary world. You might observe how society operates, the mundane routines, the superficial conversations, the never-ending cycle of material desires, and feel an overwhelming sense of disconnection. Yet, that feeling isn't a curse, it's a call. Click like and join the Chosen One Sanctuary to receive more profound spiritual lessons. What sets us apart as Chosen Ones is that we don't just perceive the world as it is, we envision the world as it could be. And this is where the first sign of being among the most powerful Chosen Ones comes into play. Your inner flame is relentless. No matter how many times life has tried to extinguish it, the fire within you continues to burn. Whether it's your dreams, your passions, or your unwavering will to persevere, there is something inherently within you that refuses to give up. Even when the odds are against you, even when you've been knocked down 100 times, you rise. But here's the deeper truth. This fire is not only about resilience, it represents purpose. The universe doesn't select its strongest warriors for the path of least resistance. Think about it. Why would you face such testing if you weren't meant to rise above it all? Why would you be endowed with the strength to endure if there wasn't a greater reason for your existence? Every failure, every challenge, every heartbreak has served as a lesson not to shatter you, but to forge you. Now, let's make this practical. Take a moment to reflect on the most challenging experience you've endured. Perhaps it was a betrayal, a loss, or a personal setback that left you questioning everything. Now ask yourself, did it destroy me or did it prepare me? Because the reality is, chosen ones don't fall apart under pressure. We transform. Every scar tells a story. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. Here's a secret most people won't tell you. What you carry within you, that relentless drive to keep moving forward even when you're exhausted, isn't a creation of your own. It's a gift, a divine spark ignited in you the moment you entered this world. You did not earn it, and you cannot lose it. It is simply who you are. This leads me to a question you might find perplexing. What are you doing with that fire? Being a chosen one isn't merely about survival. It's about thriving. It's about utilizing your gifts to create something more significant than yourself. Are you pursuing your highest potential? Or are you playing small to fit into a world that was never meant to contain you? You see, those chosen ones who truly embrace their power are the ones who never settle. They recognize that their flames are not just meant to illuminate their own paths, but to light up the world around them. And here's the second sign. You possess an inexplicable connection to others. Have you ever entered a room and felt the energy shift? Or had someone tell you that just being around you brings them comfort? This isn't rooted in ego or mere charisma, it's about your energy. Chosen ones exude a magnetic presence, attracting people effortlessly, not because we possess some superficial quality, but because we've walked through fire. We've been broken open, and in that vulnerability we've become vessels of something more profound. But let me pose a question. How often do you safeguard your energy? Here lies the paradox. Your magnetism stems from your openness, yet that same openness can render you vulnerable. People gravitate toward you for your strength, empathy, and light, but not everyone who enters your life is meant to remain. Some come to drain your energy, to test your boundaries, to see if you have learned vital lessons. So, the question is not solely about who you are helping, but also about who you allow to help you. Even the strongest among us need support, just as even the brightest flames require protection from the winds of doubt, negativity, and distraction. This brings us to the third, perhaps most significant sign. You possess an unwavering sense of purpose, even if you don't completely grasp it yet. You've likely sensed it. A nagging awareness that you are here to do something grand, something meaningful. However, the frustrating part may be that you aren't sure what that something is. You might have ventured through different careers, paths, and relationships only to discover they do not truly resonate with you. But what if that feeling of restlessness is not a sign of failure, but rather a signal that your purpose is more expansive than you can currently fathom? Here's a truth that took me years to understand. Purpose does not involve knowing. It involves trusting. Trusting that every step, even the missteps, coordinates together to lead you somewhere meaningful. Trusting that the universe conspires in your favor, even when it appears that everything is falling apart. Trusting that the fire within you is not just a random spark, it's a guiding light, a beacon reminding you of your greater purpose. Allow me to encourage you. What would occur if you halted your wait for clarity and instead began acting on faith? Purpose is not something you stumble upon, it's something you create. It manifests through how you show up each day, how you treat others, and how you choose courage over comfort. As we conclude this first segment, I want you to linger on one last question. If you were absolutely certain that you were chosen for greatness, how would your life shift? Now that we've established a foundation, let's delve deeper. If you truly are among the most powerful chosen ones, and I believe you are, then you are not merely living a life. You are traversing a bridge between two realms, the physical and the spiritual. You dwell in a reality where many see only the surface, yet you have always sensed the currents beneath. You have always felt an underlying truth, a greater purpose, an invisible thread connecting you to something far beyond what the eye can see. But here lies a paradox. Being chosen is not about elevating oneself above others, it's a responsibility, and at times that responsibility can weigh heavily, can't it? You may feel as if the weight of the world rests upon your shoulders, expected to embody strength, wisdom, compassion, and resilience even when you're grappling with your own struggles. Yet, you persist. Why? Because deep down, you understand this truth. You were designed for this. This leads us to a vital sign of being a chosen one. You experience a profound connection to the unseen, to the divine, to the mysteries of the universe. Consider this. Have you ever felt as if the universe was speaking directly to you? Perhaps through a series of synchronicities, those coincidences that feel too perfect to be mere chance. Maybe it was a dream so vibrant and alive that it lingered with you for days. Or perhaps it was during a quiet moment of stillness when you felt a wave of peace, as if the universe cradled you in its embrace. This connection is not by accident. It serves as a reminder that you are never alone. No matter how isolated you may feel, or how misunderstood you might be by others, the divine is always present with you. However, this connection is not solely for comfort. It serves as guidance. Let me pose another question to you. How often do you take the time to pause and truly listen? we inhabit a world saturated with noise, constant notifications, endless distractions, and relentless pressure to achieve more. Yet, the voice of the divine isn't loud. It doesn't drown out the chaos. It whispers. If you don't carve out moments of silence, you may miss it entirely. So here's a tangible question for you. When was the last time you sat in absolute stillness? Not scrolling through your phone or planning your next move, but merely existing fully present, completely open and receptive. The truth is, the answers you seek already reside within you. You just need to quiet the noise long enough to hear them. Let's take this a step further. This connection to the divine is not just about receiving guidance, it's about becoming a vessel for something greater. And this leads us to the next sign. You have the power to inspire transformation in others, often without even trying. Take a moment to reflect. How often have people sought your advice, even when you felt particularly unwise? How frequently have strangers confided in you, revealing their deepest fears, hopes, and dreams, as if they instinctively knew you would understand? How often have you said something in passing, only to have someone later express how your words profoundly altered their life? This is no coincidence. It's not random. It's a manifestation of your energy, your spirit, your purpose. You carry a light within, and whether you realize it or not, that light possesses the power to awaken something in others. However, here's the challenge. How do you balance the act of giving to others while also protecting your own energy? Let's be real. Being a chosen one can be quite exhausting. Many people are attracted to your light, but it's important to remember not everyone who approaches you comes with good intentions. Some may seek to take from you, to drain your energy, or to test your limits. If you're not cautious, you can find yourself burning out while trying to assist everyone around you. So here's the wisdom I want you to hold on to. Being chosen doesn't mean you must say yes to everything and anyone. It's about discerning what aligns with your true purpose. It involves recognizing that your energy is sacred, and not everyone deserves access to it. This is where boundaries play a crucial role. Not as walls to keep people at bay, but as gates that protect what is sacred. So here's some practical advice. The next time someone requests your time, energy, or guidance, pause and ask yourself, is this person contributing to my light or dimming it? Now let's explore one of the most profound indicators of being among the chosen ones. You possess a deep sense of purpose, even if its full clarity eludes you. This sense of purpose serves as a compass, drawing you towards something greater. Even in times of confusion, self-doubt, or chaos, there remains a part of you that knows you are meant for more. But here's the essence of purpose. It's not a destination or a title, nor is it confined to a specific goal. Purpose is a way of being. It's woven into how you show up in the world, how you treat others, and how you choose love over fear, even in trying times. Let me ask you, what would you attempt if fear were not a factor? Fear can be the greatest enemy to purpose. It whispers discouraging lies like, you aren't good enough, you aren't ready, or you will never succeed. Yet the truth is, fear only has power if you grant it that power. Being chosen means learning to navigate through that fear and trusting that the divine imbued you with this fire for a purpose. So here's some practical advice. The next time fear tries to hold you back, confront it by asking, what's the worst that could happen if I fail? Then shift your focus and ask, what's the best that could happen if I succeed? Remember, the world needs you. It craves your light, your wisdom, and your fire. It beckons you to step into your purpose, not solely for your own benefit, but for all those you are meant to inspire, heal, and uplift. Becoming the light and living fully as a chosen one is what lies ahead. After delving into the depths of your connection with the divine, tapping into your hidden power to inspire transformation, and igniting the fire of purpose within you, let's now focus on the ultimate truth. What does it truly mean to live as one of the most powerful chosen ones? It involves more than merely carrying this energy. It's about fully embodying it in every aspect of your life. First, let's consider what holds you back from stepping into your power. For many, that will be fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of one's own greatness. Yes, sometimes the greatest paralysis stems not from fearing failure, but from fearing the heights you could achieve. Embracing your power means taking responsibility, stepping away from hiding, and choosing to shine brightly even when it feels more comfortable to linger in the shadows. Here's the undeniable truth. The world is waiting for you. Everything you have experienced, each victory, heartbreak, and lesson, has been preparing you for this very moment. So, let's talk about what it means to truly become the light. First and foremost, it entails embracing your imperfections. Many believe they need to be perfect to create an impact, that they must have all the answers and never err. However, the reality is that your imperfections contribute to your power. They render you relatable, human, and real. They demonstrate that it's possible to embody both flaws and magnificence simultaneously. Now, ask yourself, what aspect of yourself have you been concealing, believing it might render you unworthy? Here's the essence of wisdom for you. Your vulnerability is your strength. Through your openness and authenticity, you forge profound connections with others. People don't require your perfection. They seek your reality. They need you to illustrate how to rise, not in spite of, but through your struggles. But being the light is not merely about authenticity. It necessitates action. It's about utilizing the gifts bestowed upon you, the passion, the intuition, the sense of purpose, to enact real change in the world. This is where many chosen ones face challenges. You may feel a calling to accomplish something significant, but find yourself uncertain about where to begin. You might wonder, who am I to make a difference? What can I contribute that hasn't already been achieved? Allow me to remind you, no one else can fulfill your unique role. Your voice, your perspective, and your energy are distinct. Though you may not yet see the entire picture, trust that even the smallest action can create ripples of profound significance. Here's the practical advice. Cease waiting for the perfect moment, the flawless plan, or the ideal version of yourself. Just start. Perhaps it's writing that book you've always envisioned, creating art that touches the soul, or simply showing kindness to those around you, spreading light in the most unexpected ways. Whatever it may be, trust that it holds significance and that it's enough. As you assume the role of a light bearer, something extraordinary happens. The universe aligns to meet you. This is one of the most profound truths of living as a chosen one. When you align with your purpose, acting from a place of courage and faith, doors will open that you never knew existed. Opportunities, connections, and resources will manifest as if by magic. But let's be clear, this isn't mere luck, it's about alignment. It's the universe responding to your energy, intentions, and your readiness to embrace your calling. Yet, deeper still, living as a chosen one transcends just creating a life you cherish. It extends to building a legacy. Pause for a moment and consider. What will those who come after you remember about you? Not in a grim sense, but in a way that prompts you to think broadly. Will they recall the possessions you accumulated, the titles you held, or the superficial accomplishments? Or will they remember the way you illuminated their lives, the inspiration you offered, or how your light ignited something within them that altered the trajectory of their existence? Here's the truth. Chosen ones are not here for ordinary lives. We are here to leave an indelible mark, a legacy, a ripple effect that extends beyond our mortality. Yet, legacy is not constructed in a single day. It is crafted through the small, daily choices we make. Showing up, being present, and living with intention. So, let me pose a question for you. If you understood that your actions today could influence someone's life forever, how would that transform your approach to life? Here's a nugget of wisdom. You don't need to be famous, wealthy, or possess all the solutions. What you require is to show up fully, authentically, and with an open heart. Your presence alone can have the power to inspire transformation. Finally, let's discuss the last puzzle piece. The ultimate sign that you are among the most powerful chosen ones. You're not afraid to walk alone. This doesn't equate to rejecting others or isolating yourself. Rather, it means you've learned to trust your own path, even if it diverges from those around you. It signifies accepting that being chosen often entails standing apart, not because you are superior, but because your calling guides you down a road less traveled. Yet, here's the beauty in that. When you cease striving to conform to the world begins reshaping itself around you. By embracing your authentic self, you grant others the freedom to do the same. Suddenly, you'll find you're no longer walking alone. You are leading. As we draw this journey to a conclusion, I wish to leave you with one final question. A question only you can respond to. What will you do with the gift of being chosen? Make no mistake, it is indeed a gift. It is not always simple, nor is it always evident, but it is invariably worth it. You are here for a reason, called to illuminate the way, awaken others, and create something extraordinary. So, what's holding you back? The world is eagerly waiting for you to rise. Will you answer the call?